What is up? My name is Sapphire. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to sit down and just do kind of like a basics 101 kind of video. I see lots of girls who are always asking the question of how do I apply false lashes, and so I kind of wanted to sit down and talk about how to apply lashes, as well as things that I would have wished I would have known when I first started doing makeup, and applying false lashes and stuff like that. So well, let's get into it. First, I want to talk about what to do when you first get your lashes. So here I'm using the Makeup Shack Bad and Bougie lashes. The first thing you want to do is you want to take them off of their little plastic case. And to do that, what I do is I take the case and I gently pull from the lash band and kind of like scoop the lash almost and press it against the plastic until it comes off. You don't want to pull any ink on the lash when taking them off of the plastic, because that could ruin the lash. That's the best way I've found to do it. I know other people will just try and get the edge of the lash off like this and then peel it away, but even then I've tried doing it that way and I ripped a pair of lashes doing it that way. So the method that I showed you is what works best for me to remove the lash from the plastic. And then after you remove the lash, you want to take it and look into the mirror and size it with your eye. Most of the time when you buy lashes, they're too long for your eye. So if it's too long, what you're going to want to do is, after sizing it, kind of mark where you want to cut it. So like I'll take my fingers and like pinch off the ends, that I want to cut. And you always want to cut from the outside of the lash. You never want to cut from the inside, because if you can see, there we go. If you can see, the lash kind of starts short here, which is the inside of your eye, and then gets longer. The reason why you want to start cutting from the outside of the lash first is because if you cut off this inside part, it's going to be too long for the inside of your eye, and it'll look very awkward, very strange, very unnatural. It could also be very uncomfortable. There have been times when I first started wearing lashes that I cut off this inside part here. The longer part of the lash was like jabbing into the corner of my eye like all day. So yeah, don't want that to happen. Cut from the outside, always. After you've trimmed the lash and sized it to your eye, just double check, again, by placing it on your lash line. You don't need any glue or anything. Oops. Just making sure that's going to fit your eye. Another thing that helps the lash mold to your eye shape after you've trimmed it is to take it and just kind of roll it, which helps make the band more flexible. Speaking of bands, there are different types of bands. Clear band lashes are usually best for beginners or like a natural lash, because obviously the band is clear, so it's not very noticeable when you put it down. They're very light, which is also good for a beginner. Something I wish that people talked about when I first started applying lashes: don't buy lashes, well, okay, this might have been common sense, but don't buy lashes that are long and very full when you first start wearing lashes, or they will feel very uncomfortable. So, beginner, don't buy huge lashes. Buy nice, wispy, clear band lashes like this, and then slowly build your way up to wearing bigger and bigger lashes. So now I want to talk about the different kinds of glues that you can use. Sorry. I use the Kiss Lash Glue. This is clear lash glue with aloe in it. It is formaldehyde free and latex free, which is really good, especially if you have a latex allergy or the smell of the formaldehyde is really irritating to your eyes. This glue doesn't have a smell. It's really nice. It dries clear, and it has like a little brush on it, which makes it easier to apply glue to the lashes. So yeah, this is a great option if you're allergic to latex or sensitive to the smell of the formaldehyde. I also want to talk about black glue. This is also by Kiss. It also has aloe in it. I don't think this is latex free. It just says formaldehyde free. But black adhesive is good for when you want to apply lashes after you've applied like a big dramatic wing, you know, and you don't want the glue to look, you know, shiny or whatever, because the clear glue, when it dries, if it gets anywhere on your eye, it can look shiny once it dries down, which makes it noticeable against a darker background like a black eyeliner. So black is good when you want the lashes to really blend in with the liner. Now let's talk about mascara. So I think everybody does this differently. I've seen people apply mascara before lashes, which I think is the most common, and then people will apply it after. I don't like applying mascara after because I feel like it can really destroy your lashes. Basically, it will get into them and it makes them harder to clean, and it just like can shorten the lifespan of your lashes, which, I mean, if I'm paying, you know, $10, $15 for a pair of lashes, I want those to last as long as possible. The mascara that I use is waterproof. You don't have to use a waterproof mascara if you don't want to. I've found that waterproof mascara helps me to keep the curl in my lashes longer because I curl my lashes before I apply falsies. You can use whatever mascara you like. So I already mentioned that I curl my lashes before. All I do is take the curler and I just pinch a couple times at the base, and then I'll push it up and pinch my lashes at the top like once or twice just to get a nice little curl. And the curl, I found, helps my false lashes blend better into my real lashes, as opposed to if they were just like sticking out straight. It would be pretty obvious, even when you pinched your lashes together, that, you know, you were wearing lashes that weren't your own. For this video, I'm not going to put on mascara because I'm going to go back in and put eye makeup on, so I don't want my mascara to get in the way of my eyeshadow. But I am going to go ahead and just apply my falsies the way I would. So the first thing is I remove my lashes, of course. I set them down in front of me. I take my glue and I hold my lash on its side like this. And I start applying my glue almost to the underside of it. Then what I'll do is dip back into the glue one more time. I'll put some extra glue on the corners of the lashes. Just a little tiny extra bit. It doesn't have to be a whole lot because, like I said, if you put too much glue, it'll just spread out and get everywhere. I'll also apply a little bit extra to the middle so the lashes stay down a little better when I apply them. I'm going to wait for the glue to get dry. Sometimes I'll wave it, sometimes I'll just set it down and leave it while I put my lipstick on. So as I'm waiting for it to dry, I'm going to talk about how I put them on, like the tools that I use. So I use just regular tweezers. I find that it's easier to use tweezers than using my fingers, but I'll go over how to use your fingers too, just to show you how to do it or how I would do it. But yeah, tweezers, and then they also sell lash tweezers, which are the tweezers that have like the funny little like curve on it. I don't know, I don't really use those. Not because I don't like it, because I've never used them, but because it's like I already have tweezers. Why do I need lash specific tweezers? I think the glue is dry enough now. I'm going to zoom in the camera a little bit so you can see how I'm applying the lashes. Alright, now that we're all up close and personal, what I'm going to do is I grab the middle of the lash with the tweezers, and then I look down into a mirror. The reason why I look down into a mirror is to help me get the lash band as close as I possibly can to my actual lash line. So match up the highest point of the lash band with the highest point of your actual eyes and just plop it down. So stick down the center first, and then I'll stick down the outside, and then stick down the inside. And I adjust them a little bit while I'm here. Make sure it's put down all the way around. Okay, and that's it. So now I'm gonna show you what the clear lashes look when applied. So I'm just gonna repeat the process. Apply a little bit of glue. And with clear lashes, you wanna make sure to not apply very much glue at all, because it is way more obvious, obviously, because the lash band is clear. So I don't apply as much glue to my clear band lashes. So once the glue is completely dry, what you want to do is pinch the lashes to your real ones. What this does is that it helps your real lashes blend in with the falsies, so it's harder to tell that you're wearing falsies, and just so you don't have lashes like sticking straight out from your falsies, because I've seen that before, and there's no rules to makeup, but I'm gonna say that should be a rule to pinch your lashes, because it looks pretty weird when you don't. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna try to apply the clear band lashes with my fingers. Please bear with me because I am absolutely terrible at using my fingers, but here we go. Same process, line it up with the middle of my eye. Plop it down in the middle first. Oops. In the middle. And then the outside. And then the inside. See, and this is why I like using tweezers, because it's easier to get into these little tiny spaces here. I think I need to put more glue. BRB, gonna put some more glue. Also, if a lash is popping off while you're applying it, don't be afraid to just take it off and reapply it, you know what I mean? It takes, when I first started doing lashes, it took me a while to get them to sit how I wanted, to get them to stay down after I applied them. But yeah, just rip it off and start over. Let's try again. The middle, gosh. The outside. It's so hard to do it with your fingers. And the inside. Okay, so if you look here, you can see that the glue has gone over the lash band a little bit, which is perfectly fine. It's no big deal. Once it dries down, you won't really be able to notice it anyway. And if you do notice it, you can take eyeliner, any kind of eyeliner. I use a liquid liner. But what you do is you take the eyeliner once the glue is completely dry and then just go over it lightly to hide the glue a little more. If you notice, you can kind of see the gaps of skin between my lash line and the falsies. So to cover it up, you take a pencil liner and then you just tight line the top of your eyes. Okay, so now you can see that now that my skin is covered, the lashes blend in a little better than if I would have just left it naked up here, basically. Another thing you could do to hide the lash bend a little better is, like I said, when covering up the glue on this side, is just to take another liner and stay close to the lash band. I mean, unless you want to wing it out, you know, but just stay close to the lash band to hide the band a little better. Now that the glue has mostly dried on this side, I'm going to show you how to go over it with the eyeliner. Sometimes I mess up on this, so if I mess up, don't come for me. Okay, so I try to push the lashes down a little bit, and then using short strokes, I lay the eyeliner flat next to the band and just go all the way across. And sometimes I'll go like over the top of the actual lashes just to make sure I get everything covered. And then I'll look down to get into the corner of my eye. That easy, and now the band is covered up a little more. Yeah, that's all there is to it. So that is the end of my video. And I hope you learned something. I hope I explained how to apply lashes kind of well so you get the idea of how to do it. Let me know if you would want to see more videos like this that are kind of like basics 101, things I wish I would have known when I first started doing makeup kind of videos. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!